What's up? It's Joleigh and welcome back to Fridays here on Daily Diabetics. This week's video theme is blank with type 1 diabetes. So to recap this week so far, Lindsay did driving with type 1 diabetes. Caroline did swimming with type 1 diabetes because she is a swimmer and that is like one of her main sports that she does. Kat did working with type 1 diabetes, like having a job with type 1 diabetes. Lena did running with type 1 diabetes because she runs in track and cross country. And today is finally my turn, and my blank with type 1 diabetes is going to be eating out with type 1 diabetes. Because when I was first diagnosed, I had so much trouble trying to figure out what was the best time to like give my insulin when I was eating out at a restaurant, to figure out the right amount of carbs that was in the food I was eating, making sure that my drink was diet instead of like regular Coke, which I usually actually don't drink soda, but I have a trick for you guys to figure out if it is diet or regular soda. So why don't we just jump right into this week's video. Okay, so the first hack I want to talk to you guys about is Calorie King. They have books and an app, which I personally like the app because I have it just on my phone in my diabetes folder that I have, which unfortunately I cannot show you because I'm currently using my phone to film this. So I downloaded it on my iPad, and I'll show you what the app like box looks like. So if you guys can see that, I don't know if you can, it's kind of because I'm outside, but it like has a little magnifying glass and it says Calorie King. It's like a blue color. You click on it and hold on, let's go here. So then it will show up like this. So it will have like categories, brands, and fast foods, and you can choose one. So the fast foods is not only like McDonald's and Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell and things like that. It also has like Applebee's and Chili's and Three Margaritas and things like that are actual restaurants that you can sit down and eat. The first thing I'll talk to you guys about with eating out is fast food restaurants. I don't usually eat at fast food restaurants just because they tend to have a lot of carbs and not an option where there's a place that doesn't have as much carbs. But the main place that I eat that is fast food is Chick-fil-A. I apologize if that is something that you don't like, but I personally think it is like the only like as healthy as you can get fast food restaurant. And so Chick-fil-A is my favorite. So basically you find Chick-fil-A in the fast food thing, and I did. And then it comes down with all these different options like beverage, breakfast, chips and fries, condiments, dressings, kids menu, other menu items, salad dressings, salads, sandwiches, sauces, sides, and soups and chilies. So basically it has everything broken down so it's easy to find. So for sandwiches, I usually get like the classic sandwich, which has 41 carbs. But I don't usually eat the bread, so that's kind of hard to account for. So I usually do like other menu items and then nuggets because I like their chicken nuggets the best. And I usually get the grilled chicken nuggets because they have the least amount of carbs. And so a 4-piece is 28 or 4 chicken grilled nuggets are 2 carbs, and I usually get 8 of them, so that's 4 carbs. And it's not bad because sometimes I don't even have to account for it depending on where my blood sugar is. But then sometimes I add a sauce with it. Where all my carbs come from Chick-fil-A are their fries, because I like eating their fries with mayonnaise, and a small or a medium fry is 48 carbs. So if you click on like the fries, then it will come up right here with everything you need to know about like their dietary like different things that have. So they have calories and total fats and saturated fats, trans fats, cholesterol, sodium, total carbs, dietary fibers, sugars, protein, and calcium. So I mainly focus on total carbs, dietary fibers, and sugars, and that is what I focus on when I pull this up. And so it's super helpful because then you don't have to like guess. It tells you exactly how many carbs are in it, and it may not be exact because they may not give the same amount as they did for this specific amount that they had. But that is what I do at fast food. And when I give my insulin, usually at Chick-fil-A I will wait until I get there because it's always pretty busy, but they're usually pretty fast. So, and I get something that doesn't have that much carbs in it, and my fries are slow acting carbs, so they're not going to hit me right away. And so what I do personally is I give myself half of the insulin that I'm going to give as soon as I get there. And so I give, so for 48 carbs, I would give 4.8 units of insulin. I would probably only give 2.4 units of insulin. And then 10 to 15 minutes after I start eating, I will give the rest of my insulin, and it just kind of helps. Already have insulin in my body, so when I start eating, then it meets it, and then the other insulin will get over the food before it hits me. So then I don't have those weird spikes where I go mountains and down and mountains and down. I like the flat lines, so that is what I personally do. Now, when it comes to a sit-down restaurant like Applebee's or Chili's or Olive Garden or Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that, I will still use Calorie King just because they have it on there and it will tell me how many carbs are in it. So I am going to go to Red Robin. No, actually I'm going to go to Panera Bread. I like Panera Bread. So I'm going to click on Panera Bread, and then on here it has bakery, beverages, breakfast, condiments, kids menu, pastas, salad dressings, salads, sandwiches, sides, soups, and chilies. So I like their salads that are there. There are two different ones that I personally get. So I usually get the strawberry poppy seed and chicken salad, and that has 17 carbs. And then the other one I get, which is the other one I get? The Thai chopped chicken salad is the other one, and that one has 22 carbs in it. And so that is what I personally get at what is it called, Panera Bread. And so if I open it up, here's what it looks like. Sorry, it's giving me ads. So it has 17 carbs, 3 grams of dietary fiber, and 11 grams of sugar, and that's pretty much all just from the dressing. So pretty much when I eat salad, I only account for my dressing because it will hit me pretty fast. So I usually give my insulin for that either as soon as I get there, all of it, or 5 minutes before I get there, because Panera Bread is pretty fast at getting their food out. So that is what I personally do when I eat at fast food or a fast food restaurant, so fast food or sit down restaurant. And if they are not listed on Calorie King, then again, you can just look at the brands or just search a type of food, and it will give you an estimate of how much carbs are in that food. So if you're looking for a certain type of salad or a certain type of sandwich or whatever, you can search the individual things that are on that sandwich in it. So you can put turkey meat, and then you can put avocados, and then you can put mayonnaise or mustard, and then the bread type and all of that, and you can put that in Calorie King, and it will come out with whatever brand. You can just choose one, and then it's a pretty close estimate of how much carbs are in the food that you are eating. Another trick that I have for you guys, if you guys have ever gone to a restaurant and you're like, I want a Diet Coke or I want a Diet Pepsi, and you get it and you're like, I don't think this is diet. When I was first diagnosed, I didn't want to just drink water, and so I started drinking soda, which I have never really drank soda because I don't like the way it makes my teeth feel. But if you take your meter and you test the actual Coke or Diet Coke or whatever, and it comes back with a high blood sugar, then that means that it's not diet. If it comes back with an error, that means that it's diet because it doesn't have any sugars found in it, so it's super confused. So that's just a trick you can use if you are concerned that the drink you were given was not diet. Personally, I usually only drink iced tea with lemon or water with lemon at restaurants. Sometimes I will get a lemonade or a sweet tea. It kind of just depends on where I am at. When I give my insulin at a sit-down restaurant, if I am at Applebee's or Chili's or Buffalo Wild Wings or just a local restaurant here where I live, then what I will do is I will account for half of the insulin that I need when I order my food. I will not account for all of it just because I don't know how long it is going to take for the food to be ready. And also I will account for how many people are in this restaurant. So if it seems super busy and things are coming out slow, then I will wait probably 10 minutes after I order to put in to give myself half of the insulin that I'm going to take when I eat. But then when I get my food at a sit-down restaurant, then I will usually wait 10 to 15 minutes after I start eating, like I do at a fast food restaurant, to take the rest of my insulin, and I usually just set an extended bolus on my insulin pump, and then I don't forget, because that is something that I struggled with for a while, and then learned about extended boluses and started to use that. So that is what I do at a sit-down restaurant. Alright, well, that is pretty much all the tips that I have for you guys. But if you guys, not necessarily going out to eat, you buy something at the grocery store that doesn't have like a label on how much food is in it, like a fruit, you can use that for Calorie in Calorie King as well. So I'm going to show you. You can just enter in like strawberries. Let's enter that in. And then you press search, and then it will come up, and it will come up with all these different things on the side over here of different things. So like raw strawberries, unsweetened frozen strawberries, things like that. And so I usually just choose raw strawberries. And for 0.2 ounces, which is usually like one regular size strawberry. If it's like a large strawberry, then it's probably not accurate. That's probably close to 2 carbs. But for a regular size strawberry, I usually only account for 1 carb per strawberry. And then for on these like frozen ones, they say that 1 frozen strawberry is 1 carb. And then there's like a sweetened frozen strawberries. So for 1 cup, it's usually 66.1, and that's like grams of carbs for sweetened strawberries, not regular strawberries. So it gives you a whole bunch of different things that you can look at on Calorie King. And so I highly suggest using this app. This is not like a paid like advertisement. It's just something that I have found that has been really helpful, and I think it will help you guys out as well if you struggle with going out to eat, or if you're like, I don't want to go out to eat because my blood sugar always spikes. Try using Calorie King and try like giving your insulin as soon as you order, and then half of it like 10 to 15 minutes after you start eating, and see how it works, because it has really helped me. But I do want to say that everything that helps me is not going to necessarily help you, because everybody's body is different. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Also be sure to hit the red subscribe button as well as the notification bell down below, because it really helps us out. Also be sure to follow me as well as Daily Diabetics and the other 6 diabetics on every single social media that we have linked down below. Also, I wanted to give a huge shout out to all the people that joined me on Daily Diabetics Instagram this morning. I was on a live video for like almost 2 hours this morning, and I had so much fun interacting with you guys. And if you guys were one of those people, leave a comment down below if you enjoyed that, so that we can continue doing that for you guys, because I know I enjoyed it. Also, if you are part of our November project and you have committed to sending in a video, please be sure that you send it to Lindsay by Halloween, because if we do not have them by November, then this project will not happen. And Lindsay is personally going to upload every single one of your guys' videos every single day of the week in November. So please make it easier on her so she can make it happen, because we would love to have a huge special project for Type 1 Diabetes Awareness Month, which is November. Alright, well, I'll see y'all next Friday. Bye, guys!